One of my favorite quotes of all time goes something like this, and it's attributed to Hunter S. Thompson. Some people say he didn't say it, some people say it's misquoted, but in a perfect world, in my perfect world, this is a Hunter S. Thompson quote. And if not, it should be. The music business is a cruel and shallow money trench, a long plastic hallway where thieves and pimps run free and good men die like dogs. There's also a negative side. That to me pretty much sums it up, man, whether you're an artist or musician. And what I've noticed when it comes to artists and musicians is there's really two completely opposite points of view. And as usual, the extremists are fucking wrong. And the first one is this, and this one comes mainly from people who are artists and musicians. And it's basically the idea, well, that they're really in the music, that they're making music, creating music with the intention of like, oh, this is gonna be a hit, or like, this is gonna make me a famous rock star or pop star or rapper, whatever. And also, if you're just making music to be rich and famous, you're in it for the wrong reasons, quite honestly. Now, am I saying musicians should not be able to make a living? Abso-fucking-lutely not. You should be 100% able to make a living. But if you're trying to be a superstar, I mean, they say all artists are crazy, but if you truly believe that, then you batshit. You are just batshit crazy. For me, I'm an artist till the day I die. I'm unique, I'm divided. I'm equally a businessman, which is how most people see me, and a musician. My entire family are artists though. So in my mind, I see myself as being more of an artist. And I relate to artists more than I relate to entrepreneurs or tech people. You know, for me, I'm going to be like Johnny Cash. I'm going to be on my deathbed and I'm going to be like, hey, bring that mic over here. I have an idea for a song. I have a story to tell. I honestly think that's going to be me. And someone just recently said something like this. I don't remember who it was. It might have been Jordan Peterson. It might have been Tim Dillon. I don't know. It's someone that I definitely respect and someone who is probably a lot more eloquent than I am. But they basically said the music business is the only business where there's no clear correlation between how hard you work, how much you want it, even how talented you are. It's the only business where it doesn't make any difference. It doesn't mean you're going to be successful. And that's just a fucking fact that most people don't want to come to terms with. But then you have the inverse of that. You have the opposite side, which is equally as wrong. And it's basically what I would call the hipster POV. And it's, oh, well, you should just be doing this for the art. If you're an artist, if you're a musician, you should not bring money into it at all. It's not about money. As soon as you bring capitalism into it, you've sold out and your art is worthless. And they truly believe that. And to that, I say, fuck you. I mean, let's take this back to medieval times. Imagine you have a swordsmith in a village, and everyone knows that's what he's put on this earth to do. He is the best damn swordsmith in the village. And the village needs swords. They're getting invaded. They're getting pillaged every single weekend. You know, other villages, they're just partying. This village is getting pillaged. And they need their swords. And this swordsmith is damn good. But imagine they're like, oh, well, you know, you should just do that to protect the village. You shouldn't expect any compensation for that. Like, no. Only in music and art would people make the ridiculous assumption. Understand, for musicians and artists, we feel This is the entire reason that we were put on this planet. Every fiber of our being says, I'm meant to be an artist. This is why I'm on the planet. To communicate my ideas through music or art or filmmaking or whatever. We feel like it's our entire purpose. And to then say that we should not make a basic living doing that is fucking barbaric, honestly. And I would also say to that, okay, that job that you're doing 9 to 5, whatever it is, why don't you just do it for the fucking love of it? You should just do that for the fucking love of it. Just do that. That's fine. You're right. You should do your fucking job for the love of it and see, you know, and I'll talk to you when you're homeless in a month. So that's my response to that, which I think should be anyone's response. Musicians and artists should be able to make a full-time living, but it's never really been that way. It's never really been that way. But I'm about to tell you something about how it's about to change, about how the playing field is about to be leveled, and it's really exciting. And I've told a lot of musicians and artists about this, and some of them know about it, and some of them are really fucking excited, which you should be. And then others are just like, they don't even want to talk about it. If I bring it up, they're just like, oh, what's that? I don't get it. What's that? And they instantly want to change the conversation. Here's the thing. I'm savvy. I have moxie. But more than anything, I have foresight. What does that mean? Does that mean I can tell the future? To some extent, yeah, in a sense, but I just see trends. I see trends and I see where things are going. And I'm not just saying that. Anyone who knows me can back me up on that. And I've put my money where my mouth is more than once. I've put out posts on social media, as I'm doing right now, that are a record of this. I put out things saying something was going to happen that everyone else said was statistically impossible, like 100-to-1 odds. No fucking chance in hell. And then 6 months later, I was 100% right. And there's record of this. And there's also people who are around me who can attest to that. And that takes a lot of inner strength and fortitude and balls, quite frankly, that most people don't fucking have. Because I knew, even when I posted those things, no one agreed with me. And I knew they fucking wouldn't. No one fucking agreed with me. They all said, you're crazy. There's no way that's going to happen. And I'm talking about multiple times this has happened. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to tell you the specific things right now. Maybe I will in another video. And I can even show you posts that I've made that were not after the fact. Like, oh, I was telling you guys this. No, they're fucking 6 months before the fact. They exist. Anyway, point being is I have fucking foresight. Understand that. So, believe me when I tell you this. And again, a lot of people already know what I'm talking about. But the people that know what I'm talking about, I can almost guarantee are more into investing, are more into being entrepreneurs, and more into tech than the artists and musicians. And the thing is, my entire family are artists. I care more about the musicians and artists, and less of you guys know about this. That's why I'm making this video, because I do care more about you guys and your success than I care about entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs are going to be all right. It's not about them. It's about you guys. And this is not like those other situations. The odds are not against us on this. Everyone already agrees. It's just, again, that a lot of musicians don't know. And I'll tell you a little bit more. Beeple. You know who Beeple is? Beeple made over $6 million in the last 2 weeks. Grimes, who is one of the people who's crossing over between art and music, made around $6 million in the last week. I'm talking about NFTs. those non-fungible tokens. And yeah, I don't like that phrase either, but that phrase can easily make you millions if you get in on this now. This is what is going to level the playing field, and that is my prediction. This is what's going to level the playing field for artists and musicians, but only if you don't ignore it. Get involved now. Look up NFTs, look up crypto art, look up crypto music. This is not intended to be a tutorial about NFTs. And frankly, I'm learning more every day. I can tell you a little bit about NFTs at this point, but you'd be better served to look up the information. Here's the thing. This is all so new. This whole space is so new. I'm not 100% sure of the date, but I read an interview with Beeple where I believe he said October of 2020, so less than 6 months ago, all of his artist friends were telling him to get into crypto art and NFTs. And he just kind of scoffed at it, or just like said, just wasn't interested. He didn't want to learn about it. He didn't want to invest his time into that. And this is the same guy who, well, I know he's made over 10 million at least, but just in the last couple weeks, he's made over $6 million from NFT and crypto art. And even people like Mark Cuban are saying it's going to be all about music next. So if you're an artist, if you're a musician, that's why I'm making this video. Look into it. And if you're a multimillionaire in the next couple years, remember I told you about it. Just remember that. Because I never claimed to be the brightest bulb even in the room. But one thing I'm good at is seeing what's going to happen next, anticipating trends. And a lot of people also say don't telegraph your plans, or don't broadcast them. But I disagree. Maybe that's for you. You do you, baby boo. I know what's for me. For me, I'm glad to just put this out there, because for me, it's a statement of intent, and it's just going to push me harder to get to where I want to be. All I'm going to say is I'm going to be very heavily involved in this space. That's just a fact. And I'm just really excited about it, honestly. But I want that for you guys too. Again, I want the best for all my artists and producer and musician friends, and filmmakers, and on down the line. There's a lot of opportunity here, and if you haven't looked into it, you should look into it now. And I wish you all the best, love and light, all that good shit, except for you. The rest of you cool, but you, no, I'm just kidding. All right, y'all. Good luck.